Welcome to my latest Just Haves Facebook Live video. Thanks for being here as always. So I don't know about you guys and where you live, but here in New York this week it started to finally feel like summer. It has been super, super hot, and nothing to me says summer more than obviously a summer cocktail. So I wanted to share with you guys my 3 favorite summer cocktails to make at your next party, when you're having people over, or maybe just for you and a friend when you want to go outside to a rooftop or in your backyard on a beautiful day. Now, these 3 cocktails I chose for you because they're all really easy. They only have about 3 ingredients each, which you can definitely handle. Also, all of these drinks have very similar ingredients, so if you are throwing a party and you want to have multiple cocktails, these are all really great to make together because they can use some of the same garnishes and ingredients. Also, all of the ingredients for all of these drinks are really simple, easy to find, and inexpensive, which we always appreciate. Now, I also made a point to give you 3 different cocktail recipes that all use vodka. Right now I'm using the Pinnacle vodka, but you can use whatever vodka that you choose. They all use vodka as their base. This way you don't have to go out and buy a million different types of spirits for a million different types of drinks. This keeps it really easy. So all 3 of these cocktails are based in vodka, have very similar ingredients, easy to source, inexpensive, and super light and refreshing with those fun summer notes like lime and lemon juice. Super yummy. Okay, let's get started. So you'll notice as I go through all 3 of these drinks that they're all classics, drinks that you've heard of before, but I like the classics. They're classics for a reason. People love them and they're easy to make. So the first one is the Moscow Mule. Love that drink, perfect for the summertime. Now, traditionally a Moscow Mule is served in one of those copper mugs that are super pretty, but you don't always have those, right? That's okay. If you don't have the copper mug, you can use a traditional highball glass. Okay, so the Moscow Mule only has vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice with some ice. That's it. And then you'll use the lime as your garnish as well. So here's how you want to do it. Now, remember with all of these drinks, what I like about them is you can eyeball the amounts. There's really no specific way to add them in, add in the ingredients at which point. So it's really easy to do and super simple. So what I like to do though first is to do the vodka and the lime juice first. But again, you can kind of do this as you see fit, and you can eyeball the amounts. So first I'm going to be putting in my vodka, maybe about like 2 ounces or so. All depends on who your audience is, if they're big drinkers or not. Then the lime juice, so the vodka and the lime juice first. So I usually use about a half of a lime, so just take your lime and cut it in half, and then you're going straight into the glass from there, okay? So fresh lime juice. Now, of course, you can buy the lime juice concentrate. That would make it even easier, but I think fresh limes make it a lot nicer, fresher. You really get that feel to it, and they're so easy and inexpensive to buy. There's kind of no excuse not to use fresh lime. Okay, so we have the half of the lime juice, and you can add a little more or a little less depending on how citrusy and acidic you want it to be. Now, after we've put in the vodka and the juice, this is when you're going to put in your ice, okay? So I always have my ice here ready. Just the regular cubed ice. I like them to be in the shape of squares though. It feels more like a cocktail to me. So you want to put in your ice, and because it is summer, you want to put in a decent amount so that it's going to be nice and chilled. Okay, and then you're going to top off with your ginger beer. Now you can find ginger beer right in your local supermarket. Super, super easy. You don't have to go to a specialty store in order to find it. So topping off with the ginger beer, that's gonna have that little sparkle, the sizzle to it, and that's really where the true flavor is coming from. So topping it off with the ginger beer, and then you wanna use lime as your garnish. So I would just take a lime or 2, depending on how you wanna cut them. Maybe do a little extra squeeze at the top, squeeze, squeeze, and then throw the limes right in. They look pretty. I'm a sucker for straws. I throw in a straw, you don't have to. I like to get the really fun neon colored straws at like the local dollar store or the supermarket. Just since it's summer, it makes a pop of color. And there you go. There's your drink, your Moscow Mule. Delicious. And you get a little bit more when you put it in a highball glass over a copper mug also, which we like. Delicious. And refreshing and super easy to make. Okay, so now you have your Moscow Mule. Next, we're gonna move to the Arnold Palmer or the John Daly. So we all know an Arnold Palmer, right? That's your mix of iced tea and lemonade, but when you start to add your spirits into it, that's when it's called a John Daly. So we'll move on into that one next. Now this is really easy. It's just iced tea, lemonade, and vodka. That's it. Now you can choose what type of iced tea and what type of lemonade you want. If you want it to be organic, fresh squeezed, whichever. So now we're gonna start by putting in our ice first with this one, and then add in the rest of the ingredients straight on top. That's it. Okay, ice cubes first. Now for the iced tea, we are going to be using the Tazo iced tea. The iced black tea, I just think it has a little bit of extra flavor, a little extra pizzazz than like your basic Lipton iced tea, okay? Now you can pour this based on how do you like your Arnold Palmers normally. Do you prefer them to have more iced tea or more lemonade? I'm an iced tea fan, so I do a little bit extra on the iced tea. And then we're gonna use lemonade. We're using just like an original basic lemonade. If you want to have a little extra flavoring to it to kind of kick it up, the lemonades that have extra flavors in them, you could do that too. Okay, so then your lemonade. I like to put these in first because that's really the true base of your drink. And then you're just topping it off with your spirit, which is vodka. Again here, same with like the Moscow Mule. You want to be doing about 1 ounce to 2 ounces depending on who your audience is. Okay, and now for this one, you always want to have some sort of fresh garnish since it is summer and it just adds a little extra pizzazz to the drink. We're going to do lemon slices. You're just going to take your lemon, slice up some slices there, do maybe a little squeeze on the top again just for that freshness and the flavor, and then add in your 2 lemon wedges on top. Another brightly colored straw. Let's do an orange one for this. Do a little mix. And that's it, your Arnold Palmer or your John Daly. Delicious. Okay, so that one's done. Let's move on to our last drink, which is the gimlet. So I'm sure that you guys have heard about the gimlet before as well. Now for the gimlet, you want to do a rocks glass as opposed to a highball glass like we did for the other ones. Now you can switch it up. You can choose what glasses you want. If you have pretty ones or if you have the copper mug for the Moscow Mule, go for it. I like just my traditional kind of rocks glass. Okay, now for the gimlet, this recipe requires using a shaker. I don't have a cocktail shaker. I don't know about you guys if you have all the proper bar equipment, but if you don't have a traditional cocktail shaker, that's okay. I bet that you probably have at home one of these, right? A coffee to-go cup. The plastic ones, the styrofoam ones, even your regular travel mug that maybe you bring to work with your iced coffee, that would work too. You just need a vessel that has a top to it and use this as your cocktail shaker. So there's just kind of an easy DIY tip. If you don't have a traditional cocktail shaker, use a coffee to-go cup. So what you want to do here is you want to fill the coffee to-go cup or your cocktail shaker with ice. That's where it's going to get the chill from. Okay. And then you're going to put in all the rest of the ingredients. So in a gimlet, again, 3 easy ingredients. It's just vodka, lime juice, and simple syrup. Now, if you don't have simple syrup, I didn't either, that's okay. You guys can use the blue agave syrup or a different type of agave syrup. It's for the sweetness. You're just looking for a sugar element. So you can add simple syrup or the agave syrup in here. So it's just vodka, lime juice, simple syrup, okay? So you want to put all of the ingredients into here. So again, about 1 ounce or 2 of your vodka. And again, you could choose whatever kind of vodka that you like, your preference. I'm using a Pinnacle vodka here because it's inexpensive and it's easy and tastes good. Okay, then the lime juice. Again, I like to do about 1/2 lime. But I also do like a lot of lime in my drinks. I like a lot of acidity. I like that sour kind of flavor. So if you want to do more, go for it. You want to use less, that works too. Okay, fresh lime. Again, you can use the lime concentrate, but I like a fresh lime. It just gives it that fresh flavor. And then you're going to use the simple syrup. Now you can actually officially measure these things out, or you can kind of eyeball it like I am. I think that that works fine. You could taste test along the way if you want to. Okay, maybe we'll put a little bit more lime. See how as I'm going, I'm kind of figuring it out as I go? That's okay. Okay, we'll add a little bit more, perfect. Now put on the top to your to-go cup, and again, it becomes your shaker. Just make sure that you put your finger over the mouthpiece. Shake, shake, shake. A really easy DIY solution. If you don't have these to-go cups either, but if you have like the to-go containers from like Chinese takeout or what you put your leftovers in, you could technically use that too. You just need something that's going to keep it closed in the mass. Okay. All right, shake, shake, shake. Keep it all in together and then pour right into your rocks glass. All right. And then with this one, you want to do a fresh lime as your garnish here too. So you could do a little fresh squeeze on the top, 2 little limes, and I wouldn't do a straw with this one just because you're doing it from a rocks glass. It doesn't look the same. And there you go. Your gimlet. All done. Okay, so just a quick review if you guys just joined us. 3 simple, easy summer cocktails that you can serve at your next party. They all use vodka as a base, so you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of different spirits. And they all use similar ingredients. Super easy to find, really inexpensive, and just overall easy cocktails that you can eyeball the ingredients. So we started with the Moscow Mule. So this just has 3 ingredients. It's just vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer, garnished with fresh lime. And you could do that in a highball glass if you don't have one of those copper mugs. Delicious. After that, we had our John Daly, or your Arnold Palmer, which is your lemonade, iced tea, and vodka. And then we used fresh lemons and lemon juice as a garnish. You want to do that in a highball glass as well. And then the last one was our gimlet, which we used vodka, lime juice, and simple syrup. But if you don't have simple syrup, you could do agave syrup. You just want some sort of sugar element, and then fresh limes as your garnish. That's it. All right, if you guys have any easy summer cocktails that you want to share with me, leave them in the comment section below. If you have any questions on any of these recipes, leave them for me also in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them and get back to you guys. And we'll see you soon for our next Just Haves Facebook Live. Thanks, guys.